You may not immediately think that the ancient Greek mathematician Archimedes and his theories would make for a good circus show, but Daniel Berg did. As director of the Circus Collective of San Diego, she helped create a performance art piece that takes its name from Archimedes' principle.
Specific Gravity is a multidisciplinary performance art piece that fuses contemporary circus with spoken word poetry, physics principles, and live music. And the whole purpose of it is to explore the experiences of displaced persons through the metaphorical framework of Archimedes' principles of displacement, buoyancy, and specific gravity.
Well, circus can be about defying gravity, so maybe the fit is better than I thought.
What's beautiful about incorporating physics with circus is that we have visual kind of demonstrations of those principles of gravity, of buoyancy as we defy gravity. And those principles sort of create a way for us to look at the process of refugees as they are displaced and then have to overcome obstacles and create a new sense of home.
Crawford High senior May Thaw tells her story of finding a new home in the poem Remember Me.
When I say to remember me, I don't mean to remember my face, but I want you to remember me, as in who I am, where I came from, my blood, and my people.
My poem is about a refugee girl who had to run away from home and she needs a place to stay. Well, my parents are originally from Burma, but they had to flee to Thailand because of the war, so that's where I was born.
There are life stories that they've put into poetry form, and then we as movement artists are seeking to convey the emotions and those experiences through movement and reflect those and give it sort of a visual and very visceral kind of element.
Working with the Circus Collective was great because it gave me an opportunity to represent refugee and my culture, my people, so it's great.
And circus has always been great about pushing the envelope.
And it's just what that looks like now for us. It's in some ways it's stripping away the trappings of the big top and just bringing it down to just like the raw physicality and emotion that can be expressed with the human body.
Specific Gravity dovetails off of the Circus Collective's award-winning fringe show, Frontera.
Frontera explored breaking down barriers, and in this piece we're focusing on a very specific barrier, the barrier of xenophobia, and what it takes for people who have been displaced to, overcome all these obstacles and recreate their lives and find a new sense of home and place.
Specific Gravity was accepted into this year's Atlas Intersection Festival in Washington, D.C. that takes place this weekend.
We're very excited. This is our first national premiere, and it just seems so fitting at this point in time to bring this compelling message of hope to our nation's capital.
When people hear this poem, I want them to realize that refugee come to America or come to a place not because they want to take over it, but because they just want freedom, they just want a place to stay.
Berg hopes that stories like Thaw's will connect with people on a very emotional level and will raise awareness about the refugee experience. Beth Accomando, KPBS News.